Hi, welcome to this Blender video tutorial entitled Blender Materials, Multiple Materials. In part 1 of this series of video tutorials on Blender Materials, we added a single colored material to an object. It's possible to add multiple materials to a single object by assigning certain materials to specific faces of an object. To demonstrate this, I have placed a smooth UV sphere in my Blender scene. After selecting the sphere object, I will press the Materials Context button in the Properties panel and press the New button. By default, the new material is linked to the sphere's mesh and given the name Material. Successive new materials will automatically be given the new name Material.001, Material.002, 003, and so on. Notice the plus and minus icons to the right of the material block. Also notice the plus and X icons to the right of the Material ID name block. The plus and minus icons to the right of the material block add or remove material slots, that is, holders for new materials to be linked to the object's mesh. I'll add some new slots. Now each one of these new slots is a copy of the slot above. Note that with each new slot, the number of users of the data is increased. I'll reduce this to 3 material slots. I'll select the second material slot and press the User Number button, which makes this slot an independent new slot. Thus, the default material name is Material.001. I'll do the same for the third slot, which becomes Material.002. We now have 3 independent new material slots available for linking to the sphere object. Now we could have also created 3 empty new material slots by simply originally clicking on the plus icon 3 times before clicking on the New button. Then we could select an empty slot and click the New button and repeat this 2 additional times. This would also create 3 independent material slots, each with a different name. Notice that these material names are Material.003, .004, and .005. The Material and Material.001 and Material.002 are still available. If Blender is closed and these materials are not linked to any other object or mesh, they will disappear. I'll select the Material.003 and name it Red, and click on the Diffuse Color block and give it a reddish color. I'll select the Material.004 and name it Blue, and click on the Diffuse Color block and give it a bluish color. I'll select the Material.005 and name it Green, and click on the Diffuse Color block and give it a greenish color. Note in the Outliner panel that all 3 of these materials are linked to the sphere's mesh. However, notice that the color of the object itself is red. This is because the top material slot automatically assigns the material to all of the faces of the object. Now I'll select the sphere object and tab into Edit mode and deselect all of the vertices. Note now that a new set of controls is displayed in the material editor: Assign, Select, and Deselect. If I choose the red material and press on the Select button, it shows that all of the sphere's faces are assigned to the red material. I'll press Ctrl-Tab and choose Face Select to make this whole process easier to understand. Now I'll press the Deselect button to deselect the vertices. I'll now press my B key and box select the center group of the sphere's faces. I'll then select the blue material and press the Assign button. This assigns the blue material to these faces. I'll press the Deselect button and then box select a different set of the sphere's faces. I'll then select the green material and press the Assign button. This assigns the green material to the selected faces. I'll press the Deselect button. I can select the red material and press the Select button, and it displays the faces that are assigned to the red material. I'll press the Deselect button and choose the blue material and then press the Select button. This displays the faces assigned to the blue material. I'll press the Deselect button and choose the green material and then press the Select button. This displays the faces assigned to the green material. I'll tab out of Edit mode and press F12 to render the scene.